Omashi TV. Ajatsuengme Keminshe.
Afternoon, everyone. You are all welcome to Fingerprints. Today happens to be another Tuesday, and we are here to discuss about real estate, the importance of real estate, the benefit of it, and how real estate will also beautify the country that we are living in, that is Ghana, and how it will be affordable as it's supposed to. My name is Ni Odaye Kofi. We're going for a short commercial, so when we come back, we have a lot to talk about real estate. Stay glued to the station. Don't go away. We'll be back in a moment.
Children have a very high nutritional demand in relation to their size, and vitamins play an important role in maintaining healthy growth. That is why we at Base Pharmacy Company Limited have introduced Base Vite Kid Drops, a multivitamin drop with 7 essential vitamins including vitamin A, D, B1, B2, B6, and vitamin C to aid your child's healthy growth. Base Vite Kid multivitamin drops have been specially formulated to help meet your child's nutritional requirements, helping them to get back to playtime faster. With Base Vite Kid drops from Base Pharmacy Company Limited. For further inquiries of bulk purchase, call Base Pharmacy Company Limited on 0302 672 317 or 0247 287 853.
This advert is FDA approved.
I go by the name Dima. I work at Sunset Beach, and I assure you, if you come to Sunset Beach, you will great coming here. You can come here and have fun with your family, give you food and affordable services. We now have clinics, bonnets, nets, and please, it's free for ladies on every Friday.
Sales going here. We have samosa, we have burger, we have pizza, we have a lot of it. And when you go inside, our photo is very clean and serene.
Sunset Beach, we are the best. Expect more. Bye-bye.
So we are right back, and this is Fingerprints. Today we are coming to discuss about real estate development, and I'm here with Honorable Samuel Ashiago, and we are going to dive in today. So, Honorable, you are welcome.
Okay, thank you very much.
Last week, you must see.
Yes, please.
You traveled to Toronto.
Yeah, I needed to do other businesses as well.
Okay. Okay. So, Honorable, today discussion is going to be based on real estate. So we say real estate development, business, benefit, and opportunities. And know people who are into real estate, they know what we are going to talk about. That is, it is a lucrative job where people are getting opportunities there. People are getting money. But one thing is that we are living in Ghana, but most of them, or all of them, they charge in dollars, which we don't understand. But we come to that. So now, let me ask you this question. What are the benefits of investing into estate development?
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for this opportunity once again. I must say that it's a pleasure to be here. And I want to send my greetings to the wonderful viewers watching us. So the first thing is, what is real estate?
Yeah.
When we say real estate, it means that properties on the land.
Okay.
We are referring to buildings, we are referring to the land itself. And real estate can be categorized into 3 main parts.
Okay.
We can look at the residential aspect, we can look at the commercial aspect, and we can look at the land itself. So residential is the building, our normal building and houses. The commercial aspect is referring to the office spaces and then the land itself. We know that people engaging in land sales are making lots of money.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's true that real estate industry is emerging as one of the most lucrative businesses in Ghana. If you look at rich people around us and even at large, you realize that most of them are engaging in the real estate businesses. The main reason being that every human being wants a place to lay their head, meaning that we are referring to one of the most basic necessities of life, which is safety and shelter, right? So it has made real estate very important. And if we look at the situation in Ghana now, we are having a growing middle income, right, status. This means that there are a lot of people who will be able to afford accommodation services. Therefore, people in this industry are making it knowing that there is a demand for it. So it's an area that we all need to look into it. Of course, it comes with so many benefits and opportunities. One of the key ones being employment. Employment in the real estate industry is very encouraging. We are referring to contractors, people into the building, even people in the sale of land. Right? They are all making it. And even when you create office spaces, indirectly, you are creating offices for people to work in. Not just offices, outlets where people can put in their wares and sell and make money. So therefore, the real estate industry has so many benefits, right? And these are some few of it that I can mention for now.
Oh, okay. So looking at our settings, especially in Ghana here, looking at the buildings that we have, the old buildings, and now how the real estate is about. Well, what can you say about it? Is it that the government has to do something in order for all the old buildings to be renovated or to put in the shape like the estates as we see today? Because you go to some places and you see the places is this spell settlement.
Yes, definitely there is a problem with our settlement, our real estate design. You know, many years ago, there was nothing like real estate businesses. It is just in this recent or few years that we've been hearing of real estate agents, people in these industries, the real estate brokers. If you look around us, you see that the outlook of the city, it's not so encouraging. You see some communities well developed and you see some not so well developed. It tells you that there is a potential that the old buildings have to be transformed into modern ones, because the land, the value of the land is something that it's very enormous, but you may not know. If you have a very flat building, you can convert it into a skyscraper, where you can use the down part as offices and use maybe the top part as a residence for your family, right? So what it means is that if you let out the stores and you are even living up there, you can rent out the stores down and be making money. So you don't always have to be going to far places to be making money. And I believe that the real estate industry also has a way of reducing congestion in the city. Because the movement of people is a reason why there is traffic in the situation. But if you can have real estate as a business, there will be no need for you to be going from far places. Maybe you don't need to move from here to Tema or here to Legon. You just have something just near you that can fetch you money. It's an investment. That when you invest into it, you don't need to be moving about a bit, but money will come. So definitely we should look at a time coming that our buildings will have to be changed into something better, into story buildings, right? So that you can even, the ground floor, you can let it out for rentals, and you'll be at the top floor. It's happening around us. If you look at the buildings that are being built now, you see that they are not a normal flat building. They are story buildings. This means that people have seen the value of building story buildings, right? In those days, we used to think that it's only the rich that build the story building. But now we have come to see that if you invest in building a story building, you make more return out of your land and properties. We should also bear in mind that sometimes when you build, it becomes a liability because you have to be paying for property rates, you have to be paying for expenses, the light, water bill. They are a cost that at all costs will be coming. So if you can have your building being converted into a form of story building where part of it can be used for rentals and part of it can be used, then it means that you are going to make returns out of it. It is not always you use it for rentals for residents. You can also be used as rental for office spaces.
However, I don't know in your area how the settlement is settled, but generally, if you go to Accra or at some other places, you can walk on a street and you see a path or a way that you pass there. The place that you pass, you enter into somebody's house, and if you are not careful, you enter into somebody's room because of the way the settlement is. So there's real estate that we are talking about, as you said earlier. If they put this into consideration, there is something that has to come with funds, has to come with money. But if the government is also ready or willing, just as Ibrahim Traore is doing, to help, I think Ghana will change.
Definitely, Ghana will change. You see, the government is supposed to come out with laws and policies that tells you how you should even use your land. If you are in key places like Accra, as you are saying, or you are by the high streets. If you are by the high street, government should come out with policies that says that this building should be converted into a story building or a skyscraper within this period of time. So you should find investors who will be able to do this by this time. If you are not able to do it, then we will come over, take that land from you, and relocate you to a different place. Do you understand? So this is the way to go. Government needs to come with these policies in order to uplift the standard and the image of the city. Because there are some buildings that are being built, or the old things that it doesn't give the country a very good outlook. Even government may not just take the place from you, but the investors can be invited to come in. They will build all right. You have one of the floors or two or the three of the floors to belong. Then business people will also come and rent your places as outlets for offices and residents. So that is why it is very necessary for government to come in with policies. If you do this indirectly, we are improving the standard of living of the people. Common sense makes us know that if you have money, you definitely will improve your structure. But now that the money is not coming, what do? Do we should still maintain our old buildings, which are getting dilapidated, some of which can collapse in no time?
Yeah.
Right. So there should be policies that can help build structures that are more durable and that are more also accommodating to a larger number of population.
Yeah. Just as we are talking about buildings, how it's supposed to be structured. See, on the Spinters Road, the EcoBank Junction there, formerly that place was bush where people farm okra and stuff. So some people from the Adan side, they came and rear animals like cattle and other things. Wow. And they take care of the land for the people of Mwa. See, so as the people started selling the land, some get small that they perch on. But recently, there's a place where it is very close to the EcoBank, as we are talking about, and somebody came to purchase that land. Though there are people on the land because they can't develop the land, but it's very small land. The person who comes in for the land, there were two people, two families on that particular land. So one is at the back and one is in the front. The front people agree, but the people at the back, they said no, because land now is more than gold in Ghana and in Accra. And so those at the front, they accepted and sold the land to the person. And then the one at the back said no. What they do now is that those who sold the land, they've taken their money, they've gone. But the one who purchased the land was so wise that he has put up story building, about 3 or 4.
Wow.
But the down, there's nothing there, so that the people at the back can use that as their way.
Great.
So if I think something of this thing is also in place, it will help.
And that is why there is a need for us to invest in the real estate industry. It has a very huge potential for the economic growth of the country.
Okay, so let me ask this question. So, as we are talking about estate developing, real estate, what factors should be considered when starting an estate developing business?
Thank you very much. The factors to consider when trying to venture into real estate industry are enormous. Of course, the first one you should know is that industry you want to go into, the real estate industry. You must have a knowledge about it, how it operates, how things work in it. Through that, you can be able to sell the product. If you go into an industry and you don't know the product very well, you can't even convince people to buy a 5-story building or a 5-bedroom apartment. You can't. So knowledge is very key. The second thing we should consider is the financing, because this is an industry that requires huge lot of capital. Definitely, you need the support of governments to be able to go into real estate industry. It's an industry that you must use debt to make money. And so you should have to know this industry very well, know how you can easily get your sources of funding, how you can get mortgages, properties to use as collaterals, and also look at the interest rates, the rate of inflation, because all this ends up in the cost of production, right? Because at the end of everything, your cost of production will determine the demand for your product. If we build and it's too expensive, we will not be able to get buyers for it, right? And we are having this situation in Ghana. People are forced to price their products in US dollars, and Ghanaians or the citizens in the country are not able to buy those properties within. But people who have worked outside and earn the US dollars, they are rather the ones who end up being able to buy. But the market is so huge, and the market is for Ghanaians, people living in Ghana, because we are having a growing middle class this time. But when the cost of production is high, it makes it difficult for us Ghanaians to be able to afford those services. We should also know about the potential that is, or the opportunity that is ahead of us, because the statistic is saying that we have 18 million deficit of housing. Right? So it means that there is a problem that if we can go into it, we will end up solving someone's problem and alleviating the burden on Ghanaians. We all know the high rental bills that we've been paying in this country. It is very, miserable. Most people go to work, but they spend most of their funding on rents. It's not supposed to be. That is why housing needs to be affordable housing. So we need people to go into this industry, get it saturated, so that the cost of housing will come down. We also need to get cost of building materials low. Cement, iron rod, steel, roofing sheet, all these things needs to be down in order to make the real estate industry affordable. Because if all these things are expensive, You build all right, but you will not get buyers for it.
Yeah.
And once you don't get buyers for it, you are going to lose, because the money that you even use in constructing this building were loans which you are paying interest on it. So if you don't get people to buy it, it means that your interests are accruing, and it can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
So these are some few key things. There's also this land litigation issues too, as you mentioned earlier. It needs to be discouraged. We must try everything possible to make sure that this land litigation issues doesn't go on. So we need our chiefs to also come in to make sure that there are no land disputes.
Yeah.
People want to go into real estate, but because of the land dispute, they are not able to go in for those lands and use it to develop the community. It's when real estate people come to your community that you have businesses also wanting to settle around those places. You can have the schools coming in, churches coming in, and other businesses also wanting to sell their products around. We should bear in mind that people who are able to afford the real estate services are the middle class. They are well to do. So once you have a product to sell, they have the ability to purchase the product that you offer around them.
So, Honorable, well, what you are saying, you can attest to the fact, or you can see that if you go to the estates, be it whatever estate, Ghanaians here, it is difficult for Ghanaians to purchase because of the pricing. And because of this, foreigners are the people who are purchasing this. And so if you go to the estates, look as if we are in Ghana, but we are not in Ghana, because it's full of foreigners. And that is where the real estate developers, that's where they've also targeted, because that's where they get their money from. So as you said, if the government will also come in and do something about it in order to support them, help them, subsidize what they're supposed to, so that they will be able to at least bring the prices down for Ghanaians to buy, so that Ghanaians will also occupy such places. Yeah. So that we know that, yes, we are occupying our country and we are in our country. But go to the estates that we even show right now. Go and check. A lot of foreigners, Ghanaians themselves, we cannot purchase because of the pricing.
It's a very serious situation that we all need to look at, and government support is needed.
Yes.
Accommodation needs to be very cheap in order to help reduce our cost of production in the country at large. It's very miserable when you earn, let's say, 1,000 cedis and you are paying 500 cedis for a single room accommodation. Right? You have many businesses that are not able to pay so well. And I can say that once the accommodation factor is low, right, you may not have to be forcing ourselves to pay high salaries. What takes most of our, salaries is the accommodation factor. And then we also have the transport factor or fueling factor coming in. The government needs to really prioritize accommodation. Government has been trying to build affordable housing. A lot of times, I'll say that they are unable to deliver so well as it is. The Segleme housing project, when it was being built till now, it hasn't really been put to good use, right? And it's something that we should not encourage. So what we need to do more is to invite private partnership in this thing. Government cannot do it alone. We need to encourage the private sector more into it. They can do it. The work is bigger than the government. The government cannot afford to build story buildings in all streets. But if you leave it for private businesses to come in, it's going to be easy. Right? Today, people are making good use of land like that. They even live underground. Do you understand? They have cities underground. Yes, in advanced countries. And this is what the real estate is about. When you say real estate, it encompasses a lot. Even the natural resources on the land, under it, it's all real estate. Right? So it's an industry that when you look around, almost every rich person is into real estate. If it's not real estate, agriculture. If it's not agriculture, then minerals. And this same minerals too, it comes under land, right?
Yes, so Honorable, we are talking about real estate, and it is important, it's a necessity that everyone has to find himself in a room, in a place that he lives.
Sure.
Place of abode. So, do you agree with the estate developers? Though they buy the things with their money and what have you, but do you agree with them that they should price it in foreign currency, dollars?
No, they are not supposed to price
we are here using CDs.
Yeah, they are not supposed to price in US dollars. No matter what the situation is, they have to price themselves in the CD equivalents. So I'll put the blame on government for allowing this to go on. It's not as if government doesn't know. If you're a government and you are fighting for your currency to
match the dollar,
appreciate, you don't have to be entertaining people buying things with dollar in your country. They're supposed to be using the Ghana cedis. So that part of it is something, the liberty that I would say government has given to the real estate agency. But at the end of the day, it doesn't help the government at large. And it also doesn't help the real estate industry at large. It should be in cities. It should also be affordable so that the huge population of Ghanaians who are in need of it will be going into it. If it's expensive this way, you are not able to have more people purchasing it.
Yeah.
Some of these buildings are still there. They are not getting buyers. Unfortunately, people have invested in real estate industry, all right, in some areas, and they are not getting buyers. So government needs to come in, make sure that it is very affordable, because there are a huge plot of lands, places in Ghana that we have not explored. And if you look at the main reason why, there is still this problem we have as in high rental costs and all those things, is because of the rate of rural-urban migration. So if we want to stop it, then it means that we have to be building in places that are more remote.
Yeah.
And it should also be affordable so that anybody who will be posted there will be able to have the money to pay for those houses. It is every dream of every worker that they will have a house to live in, a place where they can rest when they are of old age and they are on retirement, a place that their children can be able to have and call their own, a place for the family, a resting place. So we really have to look at the real estate industry and make it for accessible for all various income levels in the country. Of course, there are some pure residential areas that things are expensive. That is fine. We know it because those are, very prime locations. But the pricing should never be in a foreign currency. It should be in Ghana cedis. So government should sit up and change all these things. These are things we want from government, right? Not to be pricing, school fees in dollars, not to be pricing accommodation in dollars, hotels in dollars. When all this thing goes on, it means that there is failure in the system of governance in a country.
Okay, so look at how beautiful it is.
Yes.
If we live in a country where everybody has something of this sort, do you think people will run away to some people's country to go and live there?
No. See, people travel abroad because of these things, these packages there. And now if you go there abroad, it's more expensive, but people are still going there. So what it means is that if we can have our own version within our country, we all want to be here. There is no need to travel abroad. Traveling abroad is more stressful than living in your country. But yes, of course, there are some one or two things we need to put in order so that the country can be a safe haven for all of us in Ghana.
Okay, so we're going for a short commercial. So when we come back, we still talk about real estate. Don't go away, we'll be back.
Grade AIM Academy is all you need. With our neat, spacious, and serene learning environment, we make sure your child is as good as gold. We also engage in lots of extracurricular activities such as excursion, career day celebrations, games, and so much more. Our canteen also serves the best and nutritional meals with your kids well attended to. And we are ready to enroll your ward from nursery, kindergarten, primary to JHS 1. Admission is currently ongoing. Locate Grade AIM Academy on the Atamills I Street behind Enterprise Insurance or call us on 0542 426 803. Grade AIM Academy. We say passion and excellence.
Ghana be the mantiasio mi bi fe ami penye kemba asaga ni fe hunu o ya hen strut we bona fe ni bi ni gba me ana oke amane bo aba fama bi anyi ke amla lo bona fe na mara ko ni eyi ebuwa ni anya ke sa ni ke chine ni fe o ya e ko me woke akutu nkwaro ma fi assembly members na asani gba te ofilo ante oke police fui alo o che me ni me ayabuwa ni onye no ke sana kan ni fe mo
yeah ora don inja police foi
ke wo kwani na agbako ye bi ene ke wo sa wo ke wa atu
je ya me pe popa wo jin ke popa bibi anokolo ifi akwa na kan le won wo kan majanche bi le won na asani ba
na gba wo titiji gogota ni
hey ni ekole ni jo mi echichiniye alo ni jo beje me ni saka ko na chunwe ni hey ni ekola ma chunye ni esa alo ndi ko ni afi egbe ko manu lehin ele me ne sen o kapa ni gbe ni o asaga ni fi mu atu ni gbe jam odigba lenke e ba nya bona fi ni o fe be ke ha ni ke ni fi mu ni asaga ni fi mu ba no da gbe pa no ka se me ni hu le mi ye o ma shi tv no Mbe ini odai afite kofi meji mo ni yo asaga ni fe mo na ochan. Hello lovely viewers, you are all welcome on the program Fingerprints. This program has been designed to help you know how to create your own business, including livestock, farming, banking, selling, and what have you. I bring to you entrepreneurs who have made it, who have the skills and ability to help you know how to create your business. This is where you have the experience to create your own business. I'm your regular host, Odai Afote Kofi. Catch me live on Mashi TV every Tuesday at 3 to 4 p.m. The program will be repeated to you on Saturdays 8 to 9 p.m.
Are you looking for a media house for your upcoming events? Welcome to Umashi TV Production Crew, a digital station that offers live event coverage such as conferences, parties, corporate meetings, weddings, and live streaming on all social media platforms. Soft copies of events or production can be made available upon request. For further inquiries, call Umashi TV on 0536 772 262 or 0244 425 652. Umashi TV Production. Ajwa Twing Me Kamisha.
We are right back, and this is Fingerprints. Today's discussion is based on real estate. As we saw the screen, how beautiful the estates are. This is supposed to be Ghana. Everywhere, this is supposed to how Ghana should be, and we all yearn to be in such a place. So the government, you are the onto of the country. You have to do something about it, and you can do it because the Brent is doing it. And we have gold here, bauxite, whatever. What do they also have there? But they are doing it. It means that yes, that the means is here that we can.
Oh, it's true. Now that he's, they call him a dictator, which I don't subscribe to that. Which country will want to help him, right? If not the BRICS country, which of them will want to help him to develop? Most of them will want to sabotage him so that his rule will be bad and they'll blame him for that. But he's proving the world wrong. He's doing well than most of the democratic countries are doing. So he's a leader that we all have to look up to. we are in a dispensation where we look up to leaders for their outputs, not just to be there as a figure.
Yeah.
We are there, put you there to produce results. It's the result we want. It's not about you were voted before becoming or not. If you can serve us for 100 years and make our lives better, it's better that way than you come as a Democrat and then you'll be stealing our resources. You'll be mismanaging the country and making the country unbearable for us to live in. We rather have to flee to other countries before we can have our peace of mind and have a good place for our children that are yet to come.
Sarah, so Honorable, let's go on with the real estate discussion. How does estate development impact local communities?
Okay, so I'll see the local communities as both rural areas and urban areas because they all constitute local communities. Real estate helps promote development, especially in the rural areas, because if real estate agencies come to your rural area, it means that they are bringing people who are of the middle class, who will be able to buy some products and services in those communities. In that way too, there's going to be a reduction in the rural-urban migration. The kind of pressure we've been having in the city will come down, and those in the city will be, relieved of the stress and the pressure in the city life. Most of this traffic situation we are having can be avoided if the population comes down. The prices of goods and services, the way they are so high, can come down if there is a reduction in the rural-urban migration. Sometimes, if real estate agency comes to rural areas, it helps them to have access to good telecom services, right? There are places in Ghana where the networks are very bad. Very bad. There are places where the road networks are also very bad. So if real estate agencies are coming to your place, indirectly it helps promote the construction of roads, potable water, electricity, good telecom networks to those areas. So real estate agency is very, very helpful, and it helps to lay out the country's design and plans in an orderly and structured way. The reason why the country, especially the city, has been disorganized, sometimes there is slums, is because we've left it for individuals to do their own things, build anywhere they want to build. But if you invite the real estate agencies to do it, they do it in a more organized and orderly way. They know the value of the land and they know how best they can maximize the use of those lands. Real estate agencies know how to even make sure that there is a city underground, right, and there is a city on top of the ground. So real estate agencies are very key in the advancement and growth of the country. If we want to make Ghana an advanced country like any other country in the world, we need the real estate agencies to be at work and must also be encouraged to do all these things within the country.
And we can also see that the real estate that we are talking about, if Ghanaians or if the government help in doing that, we say Accra is choke, but we see that Accra is not choke.
Yeah.
Because they will use their land wisely.
Sure. Because, if you go to advanced countries, the way they use their land, upon all that, the city is not choked. So it's something we are not doing right, and we are saying it's choked.
Okay, so let's now look at some challenges. Okay, so what common challenges in estate development businesses, those who are into estate development, what are some common challenges that they face?
So the real estate industry faces a lot of challenges. The main challenge they will face, I would say, is the access to finances. Real estate industry is so big that you can't use your money to do it. You can't go anywhere. You can't go to your friends for money to do it. No matter how rich you are, you need loans to be able to do it.
But some people are doing it on their own.
Real estate industry.
Yes.
But proper real estate industry. Because you see, when you build,
I know some people who are into real estate and they are doing it on their own.
On their own. Yeah. But you see, a proper real estate agency, you need the support of the bank to do it. You can build 1 or 2 or 3 houses. That one, individuals are doing it, right? But when you say real estate, it's something very broad. It means that you are building more houses, right? You are building about 50 houses, 100 houses, 500 houses. That's real estate. And that is the capacity that we need to be on in order to meet the growing market. And so if you can't get the loans to do it, if the interest rates are high, if the cost of materials are high, you are going to have a very high cost of production. Your houses that you put out are going to be expensive. And you are not going to get buyers for it. If you are not getting buyers for it, and you still have to pay back those loans, imagine the kind of mess you have put yourself in. So that is one key aspect of it. The second aspect of the real estate industry will be the land issue. Access to land. It's not easy to have land for real estate in the country. There are a lot of land disputes you have to overcome before you can have access to those lands. You need good lawyers. Sometimes you need to be like into this land guards stuff, right? Which leads to loss of lives and properties. So these are two main points, right? Access to finance, then secondly, land issues or land titles. Sometimes with the changes in chiefs and all those things makes it difficult. Yeah. One land is owned by 5 people. And each of them is coming to you that give me something. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's going to increase your cost of production. But one other challenge too is that there are no road networks to those places. Real estate agencies would have wished to establish or set up an estate somewhere, but if there are no roads, there are no gutters, there are no good internet services, it makes it difficult for a real estate agency to come there. Because if they come to such remote places that people cannot easily access, and they set up a structure, how are they going to get buyers? People wouldn't want to locate or come to those places and live in those places. I've seen someone build in a certain estate where the demand is low, because where the person has built, the market is not coming easily. But I would say these are challenges that we all have to overcome. Looking at the market, a time will come that all these things will pick up. So I'm not saying this to discourage people in real estate agencies, but rather to encourage them. So government should also come in to support with good road networks, good mobile networks. You see, these mobile networks, some of them are private enterprises, and they look at where population is high before they set up their equipment in those locations. So there are places, even you go to Tema, there are places that some networks are not good, right? Just Tema here, then imagine other rural communities. So these are challenges for people in the real estate industry. I wouldn't want to go somewhere where I can't have my MTN or Telecel working. It means I'm going to lose. Once your phone, you don't have reception, it means that you are an isolated individual, and you can't be making money.
And sometimes as you said, they will buy the land here. That yes, they know that this is where they have purchased the land, this is where they are going to do their construction. And because of this land litigation, this confusion or what have you, one person comes in that, hey, the land is not for the person who said it for you, it's for a family, or it's for this and for that. So if that is the case, the one who said it for you then comes, okay, then I will that is navigating, giving you another land different place. Meanwhile, this is where you know that when you build there, they are going to benefit. But because you don't want your money also to sink, then you do what you accept. They put you somewhere where, as you said, when we come to telecommunication, whatever, it becomes a problem. So I think they are also facing some difficulties, challenges, but they are enjoying.
Oh yeah.
They are enjoying.
We say the real estate industry is very key. They can look at a place, so this place, let's leave it for a school. This place, let's leave it for a church or a mosque. This place, let's just use it for some backyard farming or farming for the community. All these things help to promote a very well organized community and economy. They are good planners of the economy. Things that government cannot do, the real estate industry, they will do it easily because they are private people. I must say that this, when you say these private investors, we are looking at some of them from the advanced countries coming here to do this real estate thing or to teach those of us in Ghana, right, who are into it. Because if you look at the kind of buildings outside advanced country and what we have, you see a very big a very big difference. So it means that the real estate industry that we are practicing, it is not top notch like other countries. But we want those from advanced countries to also come here and support us, right? Help us to create cities underground, right? Because a time will come, our population is going to grow. Our economy is going to expand. If you don't plan now and those time comes, you can't sustain it. Your economy can also not expand.
Honorable, if the government says is turning its attention to real estate, as we are talking about that, everybody in the country here, every Ghanaian will have a nice place to live. Can't the government do it?
We can do it and do it beyond. You see, fortunately for us, most of our lands are good, right? We have huge access to land. We even have the sea. What don't we have? We can. Even some of these, people around the coastal areas, see, they are not supposed to be poor.
Those are around the coastal areas?
Yeah, they are not supposed to be poor. If real estate industry should come in and develop those lands, they'll be very rich, right? You can just build tall structures and give them some offices, floors to occupy. They are still living on their land. And then the royalties, right? They'll be paying them some royalty because it is their land, right? Rentals, which will be coming to you. Look at the beach here. If we develop the beach here, do you know the kind of money is going to? See, if Miami and the rest are making it, we can make it here.
So building close to this,
if you live ocean around the ocean is supposed to be lived by people who are rich.
Really?
Yes. So if you don't see the value of it, right, and someone comes, the person will be making much more money out of it.
The ocean supposed to be lived by people who are what?
Rich.
Really? I will explain this.
Oh, see, every rich person goes to, chill at the beach sides, right? The restaurants, all over the world. That is how it is. So it's a very expensive asset. Do you understand? So, but unfortunately, we have not yet realized those potential. If you have lands to buy, if you buy along the beaches, it carries more value.
Yeah,
do you understand?
The seashore, the what do we call the coastal belt, the ocean, the breeze and things. If your house is closer to it, is it not going to affect?
Oh, now with technology, you always know how to build to combat it, right? Most of these car equipments they build, they put some galvanized metals, right, to shield it, or glasses to shield it. So there is always a way to overcome those things. Then why are they having expensive buildings in advanced countries along the beaches?
Okay.
Do you understand? So every problem comes with challenge, right? And sometimes the more the problems, the more the benefits. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's look at this how can estate developers maximize opportunities in their business?
How can they maximize it?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so I think that we have to learn more about the real estate industry and know the potential and the benefit that comes out of it. It's the knowledge that is very key, right? Because if, like I mentioned earlier, if people are able to build cities underground, right, and you want to maximize profit, what do you also have to do? You have to learn those technology, come together, put proposals before government, and let them government know that this is what we want to do to benefit your economy, and we, the real estate industry, too. This is what we'll be getting out of it. We are not telling you government to always go and build affordable houses. Most of the time, they are not able to complete. By the time they will complete,
name is affordable, but it's not affordable.
yes, by the time they will complete, they are voted out, and a new government comes in. They refuse to touch it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these are loans that the government or the citizens of Ghana will be paying. So we need the private-public partnership too, right, in order to boost the performance in the real estate industry.
Okay, so so with that, the real estate, those who are into it to maximize it, don't you see that they should also, like, they should collaborate, they should come together. Maybe one person has to.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It needs to be collaborative. We also need to learn from those who are doing it abroad. You see, that's why even with the assemblymen, we need to be trained, we need to have exposure. The government needs to be spending money on us to go outside and learn, right? And then when we come, we will know how we can help develop our country, make it go to the standard of those abroad. As it stands now, we are not doing all these things. Assembly members, that needs to be more empowered. We rather focus on things that are less trivial. So we really need to work hard together.
So is it because they are on the ground, they are in the electoral areas?
Yeah.
That's the reason why they're supposed to.
Yes, you see, the assembly members are the main authorities, for every electoral area.
Okay.
Right, but unfortunately, we have not been able to see that aspect of it, right? So we end up trivializing it. We trivialize it in the sense that you don't even pay them. You don't even regard what they do as work that deserves to be paid. Where you can have more serious people willing to go into it, use their technical know-how to help develop the country. It's not everything that can be voluntary, right? If you get serious, well-learned assembly members,
like you,
honorable members, on the grounds, our country will develop in no time. If you go into it, the statistics, most assembly members are people who are just free to be able to take up those work. But if you should pay, make it, rewarding. You have people doing that for their whole life, like the MPs, they do for the MPs, right? Because we are more in touch with the people, 360, almost every aspect of people in the community, assembly members are related to that. It's not just MP who are just legislators. Do you understand? For us, everything, we also make laws at the assembly level. Development that needs to come in the project, we always made in the known. How it should be done. We have to even argue for it, whether it should be done or not. We can even ask for a change of a name for a project, let's say a hospital, right? So the power belongs to assembly members.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But we don't know about this, so it's unfortunate it's going this way. The president, who has been an assembly member before, has taken some initiative, and we are happy about that. But we think that more needs to be done, right?
So has it started?
Yeah, they started. But they claim they paid us, but it's yet to reflect.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so It's a good step. We are starting somewhere and we'll get there. But I think these things are long overdue. Should have been done long time ago, right? Because it's a full-time work. Even though it comes as voluntary work, it's a full-time work. People will call you weekends, weekday, late in the night.
Become their father.
Yes,
Become
and you have to respond to it because you said you want to do it. So it must go with reward so that we can have more committed people sticking to it. Because, of course, nobody wants to do something because of just the fun of it. You want to do it for the monetary reward, how you can get money to take care of your families as well.
Okay, so Honorable, our time is up. So if you happen to be the person who the whole Ghana has given you the mandate or has given you the opportunity or the privilege or the chance to turn Ghana into a state, a country, or what have you, how would you do it?
Okay, so if I get the chance to revolutionize or convert this country into a better real estate country, I would go and learn the system abroad.
Why?
How they did it, right? And implement it in my country. I'll bring in the investors, the top investors, who can build ultra modern buildings, real estate, communities, gated communities, right? People who have money, who can source money from maybe not just within Ghana, but outside Ghana and invest here because the market is here. And once you do that, you are boosting your local economy. Everybody from any part of the world will want to come to Ghana because Ghana is now looking like US. Ghana is now looking like Seychelles, right? It's looking at like any other country.
Seychelles is in Africa.
Yeah.
And it looks like foreign.
Yeah, because of the quality of the leaders that they have.
Okay.
But sometimes it's not just the leaders, the quality of the people. Because I've always been making the argument that the leader is just one of the people. So the fact that you vote and put a leader there, it doesn't mean you shouldn't correct the leader. It doesn't mean you shouldn't give the leader ideas to govern the country. It doesn't mean you shouldn't give him your support. If it's going wrong, it doesn't mean you shouldn't criticize him. Or you should be afraid to criticize him. If you look at Ghanaians, we have a certain culture. Once we put people up there, we are afraid to talk about them.
Yeah. Because of the way they behave.
No, but why do you have to fear your leader? Your leader that you put there, why do you have to fear him? Without you, he's not there. Right? So there are people, that's our problem. That's why I'm saying that if the people are good, all right, the masses will be good. If the people are not bold to tell the leader in the face that this thing you are doing is wrong, right? Sometimes you have even the clergy, they see things but they can't say it, right? If you are a clergy, it means that yes, you are a prophet of God, so you have to speak, right? Your mind. So it's something that is two ways. Both the leader needs to do what is right. The citizens also need to help the leaders do the right thing.
Okay. So Honorable, our time is up, so we'll end the program here. So thank you very much for coming.
All right. Okay.
So viewers, this is where time will allow us to draw the things down for today's program. We talk about real estate, and you can all agree with us that if Ghana is being prepared, planned well, and our houses are like that, the one that we just saw on the screen, we will all be happy, and people will not run away to other places to live there. So our leaders should also wake up and do something about it. I hope they are watching this particular program and they will do something about it. Once again, my name is Ne Udai Kofi. Thank you for now. And next week, we have more for you. Another interesting topic is coming out. So make a date with us. Bye for now.
Komashi TV. Ajatwe ngme keminche.